But then, babe, Leo made let down. Like, it's easy to just say, yeah, literally, Leo made let down. What happened? Why is your game up?
What's up, y'all? It's Silentoi Melita.
And I'm Stacy, and this is the Young First Podcast,
where youth issues matter.
Karibuni sana. Last time nilisema welcome. But anyway, welcome to the Young First Podcast. Anyway, I wanted us to talk about something. It was a topic we wanted to talk about last year.
Yeah.
But we were like, we need a guest, Nini. But now, I feel like it's something we can talk about.
Yeah.
So, guys, do you guys talk about sex with your partner? Like, literally, do you sit your partner down and say, babe, this is maybe what I like, or this is happening with our sex life? Maybe how can we improve it? Just literally, do you talk about sex or intimacy?
Never a topic.
I don't want to say intimacy because when I say intimacy is not necessarily sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can be intimate. You can be intimate with your friend, but not sexually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, plain. What are we
in terms of section with your friend? I was like,
no. I'm saying you can be just intimate, like kuna hiyo click, but then sex is a different
intimacy
way.
is deep.
Yeah. So let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So my first approach, or rather my first question would be, like, with your past partners, did you guys talk about it, or it was just like, we come, it happens, and we watch a movie, or we if it's friends with benefit, we go our separate ways this time.
I know.
Yeah.
But I feel like for me, it's never a discussion. Mm-hmm. First of all, I don't even remember having real relationships.
Yeah.
At Tisasa, you're having a conversation and all these things. But I feel like, if I ever get into a serious relationship, it will be a topic. And, sometimes you want to talk about it, the person you're with doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I get that. And for you, for me,
don't care for the conversation.
In my experience, at first, when I started dating, I really didn't know how to talk about sex with my partner. I don't know if it's because I was shy, or it's because those people are just not approachable for such topics.
Yeah.
It also depends on your partner. Like, what kind of connection do you have with that person? Because if you guys are like really connected and you guys are like free with each other, you can literally talk about anything. And it's easy for you to just say, but then babe, Leo made let down. Like, it's easy to just say, yeah, literally, Leo made let down. What happened? Why is your game up with my down? Why? Without them being offended, I'd be like, okay, babe, I think I just had a long day. Or babe, maybe something is wrong, or maybe something turned me off. It's easy to talk about it. But then it depends. It depends with like relationship, how,
and the people who you really have connected with in everything, but they are brought up. Like, our penny could discuss about real issues. They are always escaping real conversations.
I think that is that's one thing I experienced in my other relationship, that in my recent relationships, that it actually made me feel like talking about sex is important. You know why? Because, for example, you guys start dating. Ukianza kudate, kuna ile, it's a fresh thing, so it's kuna hiyo honeymoon stage. You guys are just excited. You see each other and you want to jump all over each other, but then you stay, and then it's not necessarily like that. Sometimes you're not in the mood. Yeah, and then pia kuna okay, let me not talk about many things at the same time, so I'll go step by step.
Yeah.
But then that's the thing. So you feel like it gets boring. No. So how can you spice it up? I think that's sex talk is important.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah,
I don't know about you guys, but talking about sex with your partner it's important. Because face it or not, like it's one of the key things in a relationship.
Yeah.
If your partner cannot satisfy you the way you feel like you want to be satisfied, it's one of the reasons why people cheat.
It's one of the reasons. It's one of the main reasons.
It is.
Yeah. People leave each other because of cheating. Let's be
yeah, and just could talk quite topic. It's in the topic, but then just to divert kiasi. You know, you've ever had friends who talk to you about how their partner smashed them.
Yeah.
And you're like
points.
Like, you're like,
how
okay,
everything went
well,
down.
why did guys? Okay, educate because why doesn't that happen in this life? Because it's like you're like, okay, guys, nimekuwa wapi time yote?
Umekuwa wapi?
I've been missing out. I've been missing out.
And that's how people also, you know how people even get their friends mad or something. Because you're like, you lazima pia ni
gotta have this man.
Yeah, and you know how that's how people betray each other because of you not having to communicate to your partner to do the same thing. Ama you want the same thing. You feel like utamweka down as a man or whatever. So instead, or after time, try to find the exact thing you want.
It can't.
Instead of just communicating.
Okay. I think I'm just going to jump everywhere, but before we even continue, let me just make it clear. You can't totally get everything you want.
Yeah,
even from one person. Let's face it.
Because someone might be very physical and do the right things and then emotionally
they're just fucked up. Another thing is someone would actually have a good tool. Come on, if you don't get it, you don't get it, guys. But if you get it, you get it, right? Someone might really have a good tool, you see, but they don't know how to use it. They hurt you. But someone has not it's there, but then guys it's amazing, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's
and even how they treat you during that time, because it's how you are treated also.
It
can be good, but you know how someone talks to
really
you.
Appreciate a man who would stop and ask if you're okay.
Yeah.
Because that means you're actually concerned. And I really appreciate also a man who actually it's kind of consent. Kind of asks for consent. And they're like,
even if someone is your girlfriend, you still have to ask.
It doesn't matter, girlfriend, wife, I really don't care. You have to, it's still my body at the end of the day. And it's still me to feel. Just sometimes, whatever I am comfortable with is not what you're comfortable with. For example, you've been in other relationships, you've done crazy styles. Probably you guys are beating each other, and I do not go with that. Bro,
no,
I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
So you have to always ask. You see why it's important.
What you consider sex is not what I consider sex. If you want to beat the shit out of me, no, it won't work. Actually, with canes and with what and with crazy.
Kwani unaniexercise?
Me don't have the intolerance.
Exercise mama ni sex.
Yeah, so you have to communicate these things because what you find fascinating and
not what
crazy interesting for you is not what I find crazy.
And then also I think it's also important because you get to actually see what your partner likes and try to practice it. You might not get it right at first, but with practice it makes perfect, guys.
It makes perfect. Baby.
And you guys would like, okay, this time we're going to try something new. Let's try this. I think that's very interesting. They're like, babe, tumfanyie sale sana. Nimepata hii style. Let's try it. If we nail this, I mean, it's like an adventure. If we nail this, we nail this. going, full force.
And you know,
But also if it's
talking
not
like
working,
that,
it's not
it even
working.
makes it feel, you know how ladies feel used sometimes. It makes it interesting. It makes it feel like it's a two-way
true. Because I'm imagining, for example, let me just use a style that everyone knows. But let me know. I don't know if that will be cut or anything. But anyway, let's just say a style, style that is not too normal to you, or maybe for example, me and my partner, and something is not quite comfortable with me, and he just decides, you know what, bends me over and does me, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm offended. You see, I'm offended. It's not something he wanted to do to offend me, but I'm offended. You see, not because he wanted to offend me, or not because
he finds it fun.
But then I wasn't cool with it. Unaona? So it's important also because you get to know my partner really doesn't like this. So I get to you get to know.
And me, I'm the kind of person who feels disrespected easily.
Me too. Me, I won't lie to you. Me too.
Unless you talk shit during the sex, there's a way you're talking, nasty stuff. Sometimes it might
I'm telling you, it's important. It's not. Also, it's also not. When I say sex talk, doesn't necessarily mean you guys sit down and decide this week tunajaribu hii style, next week tunajaribu hii style. No, you even have a calendar. It's cool. It's interesting, but then there's also the negative side. Real issues, like for example,
maybe some people have been abused before. There's something that are very.
Just something came to mind, and I was like. Sorry, you can finish first.
No, I was just saying, you know how people, even girls, they have experienced a lot of abuse, even boys. So it's like you don't know the background of this person.
No, guys.
Maybe kuna ile like akifanya kitu anakuwa agitated.
Guys, I've met so many people. I've had so many friends, and this is, I'm just not mentioning names, of course.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the ladies I've met have been sexually abused
in some way.
Not because they didn't even know. Sorry, they didn't even know it was their boyfriend. It was their husband. Like they didn't even know. They knew years later. Months later. So be gentle with people, and that's why it's also important. You've talked about real issues. Real issues comes history of gonorrhea. So why it's also important, it's because, for example, I as a lady, of course, for me, I'm dating a man, so I date a man. I'm into guys. So I'm dating this guy, and suddenly I start having a lot of infections. When if I'm really comfortable talking to my partner, and it's easy for me, I can easily tell him. I can easily tell him, babe, I've been experiencing this and this. And from the doctor's side, they say it's sexually transmitted. So what is happening? And then, ladies, we have a lot, like, we're so delicate. Anything, any uchafu itaingia, you damaged, you have this, like there's something, you have bacterial infection, you have this, so you have to also be clean. So are you actually in that space with your partner to actually say, but then babe, I need you to be doing this? Maybe when you come home,
immediately you start that conversation and angry, it's like you're accusing him of something.
You need to be comfortable, guys, to talk with your partner, be it whichever gender you're attracted to. You have to be careful, because this is something sensitive. Whether you're a dude or you're a chick, your parts are sensitive. So it's something that easily unaweza get infections wild. So you have to be.
They are not curable.
For example, if maybe I feel like I don't like, it's as simple as maybe I don't like making out with my partner before they shower. You see, so are you ready to tell? Are you like ready to tell your babe, like, okay, babe, when you come from work, can you just shower first and then we can just do it? Like, it's more comfortable with me. I think mkifika hapo, it's something. It's really something. Like, it's really good to have such conversations. I don't know. For me, I feel it's important.
Even it's also important, even if you're in a long-term relationship, if you're not comfortable with having raw sex, like you want protected sex, it doesn't manipulate na things of we have been together for long. Kwani you don't trust me. Hizo memes umeziona? Kwani hunitrust? Autori hizo memes za gono. Watu wakisema ati kwani hunitrust amepata gono.
Trust.
Unaona, like it was a meme, but it made me think people really manipulate people. Like, yes, we've been there for each other for 7 years. Yes, I love you. It doesn't have anything to do with protected sex. It doesn't have. I'm just comfortable like that.
That's really nice, cause I love what you said, cause mostly when you're in, like, you've been together for so long, maybe you guys use like you don't go wrong. You see, so it's hard to bring the topic about protection, especially
because it comes up like you don't trust.
Not even you don't trust me. Ujasikia mtu akisema ati with CD it's not sweet, so
the thing
babe,
is,
we just can't do this. Bro, utaki kutumia CD, unataka kumwaga ndani. Bro, juicy maji ya mbosho. Bro, what do you want?
People are not realistic because even there are people who can't take
pills. Me, I can't.
It affects them.
For example, me, I can't.
At the end of the day, you can't be pregnant because of pleasure. You have to
it's serious and it's not funny. But then this is not funny.
Yeah.
For us, let me speak for myself and for people who are like me. You've gone to the hospital and told you can't. You can't until the doctor says you can. And even if they say you can, it's not forever. So you don't want to use CD. You don't want to
something else
and then me, I just pop myself. Me feel tuna pills. I mean, that is not someone who cares about you.
That is not someone who cares about you. It's selfishness. And now you'll be told, oh, when you don't trust me, don't love me. It has nothing to do with that. It's about my health.
Yeah.
It's about my safety.
And then also about health.
And at the end of the day, maybe it's true I don't trust you. It doesn't matter if it's 5 years. If I'm pessimistic in a way that may always think at some point someone is just cheating.
I think we should even normalize, even if you guys like are in a serious relationship, normalize taking tests.
Yeah.
Normalize.
And normalize doing what works for you.
Normalize taking tests, just test because, bro, it's fine. We love each other.
The same people who are telling you when you need trust, they are cheating. Let's be frank, they are cheating, and they are cheating badly. And they will look you in the face and tell you, why don't you trust me? And they know they are cheating.
Guys, how many stories? If you haven't had stories, me, I've had stories. 2 to 3 stories of friends who have told me that their partner gave them infections. I have a friend who was very close to me, and their own partner gave them HIV, and they didn't see it coming. It was so painful. I can't even. Until now, I don't know how the person felt. It was disgusting. It was so bitter. The guy became so bitter. You see, so guys, it has nothing. Hate. I think we need to take boundaries. We need to put boundaries. I think don't be afraid to tell if this person cares for you. Don't be afraid to say something that you're not comfortable.
Yeah.
If you're not comfortable with a particular style, just say, by the way, babe, me, I'm not comfortable. See how he reacts. If he's comfortable, it's fine. But then I'm not comfortable. Maybe if it's something you're willing to adjust, it's fine. Like you're willing to compromise, it's okay. But then also you have a right to tell them, yeah, I'm willing to compromise, but can we take it a step at a time?
Yeah.
For example, you don't like giving VJ.
Yeah.
You don't have to be forced to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people really like associating emotions with physical stuff, and it doesn't even align sometimes.
It doesn't.
You can really love someone and still go for something else physically. So I don't like how people combine those two. Because it's like, why are you mixing emotions with physical stuff? Because if it's sex and you want protected sex, it has nothing to do with your emotions. Emotions be different. So it should.
Yani ni trust.
Trust in the general. Like if I'm comfortable, because physical is physical at the end of the day. People have sex with people they don't have emotions with. So what will you say about
Kamu
that?
join kwa friends with benefits, bro.
People have sex with everyone and anyone.
No, kwanza hii ni Canadian friends. My friends, nikubayo.
Huyo trust akona rafiki yako akona ule, and you know how things happen in a blink. And it's not that people are not good people, it's just that they have physical, fantasies and everything. So that person really cares for you, but obviously kuna vitu zenye ufanye yenye wewe hujui. And you'll get yourself mixed up with someone else's mistakes just because how could you the
No, let's just say, for example, let's take it as a bad mistake. Something happened, you and your partner took a break, and then you ended up cheating, because a break is not a breakup. So you end up cheating.
Now you meet someone else and for distraction at that time.
No, woman meets to say club, and then by mistake that person happens to be positive, and then that happens. And then this break ends and you're back with your partner, you don't test, and shit goes down. Now we're just spreading the infection. I know, guys, you love each other. I know it's an amazing journey. You guys have been together for ages, and he can't do anything to hurt you. She can't do anything to hurt you. I get it, but just be careful. I mean, just take precaution. Better. What? Than sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, sorry, I just know the story.
I know.
But you know what? People are just I think that's BS, according to me, because I feel like relationships can be so manipulative. Because people who have friends with benefits, casual things, you find huyo ndo mtu ajai get pregnant ama huyo ndo mtu ajai get, because they are always safe, because they are always even better with communicating, because you know what this is not ati feelings ama nini, so you're telling them what you want, now. So I feel like emotions, ikiingiza na emotions ndio vitu kwa like manipulative. Mtu anaanza kukumanipulate because they know you love them.
It's also one of the reasons why most people end up falling in love with their friends with benefits, because with this person, you can literally tell them, hey, bro, Z. Hapo kwenye unaenda Z. No. Leo nisamwambia mimi ndo na right. No one else. It's my time. It's my thing. You see, and that's when you like feel like this is someone you can talk to about anything. Then it's necessarily love, guys. But anyway, see, when you do
I feel like other people, they're ending up getting pregnant. It's because of those mistakes. Really, like ulikuwa give too much of yourself to the other person. You forget this is not your journey. I don't want to be a mom right now, but because your head is in the relationship, I don't mind telling.
Talking of sex talk. First of all, when you guys and your partner start dating, whether you're dating, whether you're friends with benefit, the first question is, are you ready to be a dad? That's usually the first question. Are you ready to be a dad? Cool, because I am not ready to be a dad.
Yeah.
Nice. So decide ni nini tunafanya.
You have to be on the
decide
same
ni nini
page.
tunafanya.
Because hata kama you are falling in love with me, the thing is I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married now. Na hata kama wewe you want, you have to understand that I don't.
I'm not ready.
Yeah,
so
I feel like relationships in a like you have to match sometimes you have to match just because the guy or the girl is in that place, because you love that person, you're just going to get married. Unajipata watu get married, and yes, they think it's the right thing for them at that time. Later unakuja unaona ilikuwa in that moment, so ukianza tu kudate ambia tu kwa mapema.
Another thing ni pia, guys, take your time. I know that it's Kanairo. When it's Kanairo, tunajua. So I know it's Kanairo, and everyone is doing everything they want.
Yeah.
And it's a, it's a
big world.
No, it's literally a wild. It's a jungle in Nairobi and in Kenya. Juu tunajua places zingine penye kuna kwamba kumewaka. Nairobi, Kisumu, my friend. No one doesn't know about those places.
Yeah.
It's just in a place yenye playboy wako huko, playgirls wako huko, ni hapo na ni hapo.
Even the most
girls, dem yako ni dem yangu na ni.
Even married
so it's okay. But it's even worse. Because even married and even worse. Very soon. Hey,
single.
Hey, married and worse.
Married and worse.
Mtu anakuapproach literally to your face and it's like, I'm married. Yeah, but I like
I'm married, but I'll pay for everything. Because akipata mtu young. You tell them, sasa wewe, you give me what I want and you will also get you what you want.
The audacity no renishangaza. Just the audacity.
The audacity.
You guys
and people have audacity. People have it. It's like nothing else. People have kununua. Man, what wako nayo? Speaking, no one is telling you ati I'm not. Is trying to hide.
No one is hiding.
Even the real.
Wewe wachana na ring. Someone even tells you. What utaona?
Nakumbuka kitambo vile mtu akiona huko anaweza
kutoa. Mtu anaona mtu atakuwa anakuambia kwa married mtu anakuambia venye ajai get married ati bado atapata msee.
Sasa mtu anakuambia full family.
Anakuambia mpaka iko na watoto wangapi.
It's you to make the decision.
It's just you to make the back to my point was just don't rush. Don't rush. Not even in it. It's just even in sexual. For example, let's say you're single. Yeah. So, for example, you're single. And of course, you're a human being. You have ukona mahanjam and everything. Kindly, if you can, don't rush. Kwa sababu, some people are really heartbreaking. You can meet someone. That's, I think, one thing that makes me scared. You can meet people and the way they treat you. Yeah, you just want to meet someone, you just want to have fun. But the way they treat you after that night, not even hurt, but
people who are from countries, they are bad. Let me tell you, because right now they're not having it because of love, they're having it just for
see you peke yake ameleta cause it will be like, for example, remember umetoka kwa different experience, even if you are dating, even if you haven't dated for a while, umetoka from very different experiences. Venye Brayo atakutreat, venye Kimbo atakutreat. Get it? These are two different people. Whether they look the same, whether both of them play rugby or football, whether they look the same body or the same weight, when you want to treat me different. So unaweza pata msee mwenye literally they can pin you, they're hurting you, but when you tell them they're hurting you,
they don't care.
You see, they're like, when will you whoa, I hate that thing. At when will you let happen? So guys, be careful. There are people who are ruthless. There are people who just want to take advantage of you. There are people who just want to, like, after being with them, you feel like you're diminished, or you feel like you're some dirty or something. It's just be careful. I just say be careful because nani, and that's the unfortunate thing. But if you can't make your name clear, make your needs clear.
You do it with people you really know, even if it's just a friend.
That's one thing.
Because strangers can surprise you.
That's one thing I was also told, and I really didn't take it that seriously. And see, I started thinking about it.
You can see a stranger and you're like, oh, they look nice, but you never know how people are. So it's better people you know, even if it's not your boyfriend or whatever.
And then
but at least you have a knowledge of
everyone has their demons. Pia, kuna alafu people, the kind of people. Watch here. It's different. Kuna watu wenye wako too wild and it's just crazy. So be careful. When you umesema, I also take that as a point. If you can't work with someone who you know
even if
it's at least mliongea naye, unajua uli msee mwenye nimeongea naye ameniambia maybe venye ana feel about me, we want to start a friends with benefit. At least it's someone who we've never done that, but then they don't look like someone who can treat me in that way. Unfortunately, some people experience bad things with people they know, but then I think it's a bit safer.
It's a bit safer. Imagine just meeting a person. Hey, you don't know if he's.
I don't think I've ever been that wild to just meet someone and be like, let's go home.
I'm too paranoid.
I don't know. I think I've watched a lot of movies, but I don't think I've reached there. But anyway, yeah.
Anyways, it's just important to have the sex talk with partners, and even even if it's a group setting, and you like talking about sex as a topic and what you like, and sometimes you get even things that you didn't know from others and you implement it in your own life. So it's good to have those conversations in life because there's a lot of things you don't know. As much as you think you know, there's a lot of things you don't.
Yeah, and then there's
because it gets with age.
True, and then it's okay to be explore. It's okay to explore, though don't do something you're not comfortable doing. Kindly don't do something you're not comfortable doing. Just do something you're ready to actually try. So si mbaya kujaribu, but do what is comfortable. Listen to your partner. Your partner's needs are quite important. Not quite. Actually, they are important.
They are important.
Yeah. So I think that's something you should think about. If you guys have that talk often, and as we said, it's not just about what you or what styles you want to explore. It's also about testing. It's also about if you feel like your body is changing, let your partner know. If you feel like something is happening to you and it's not normal, and you have this one person and this is the only person you know, try check out with them. And if you feel like they have to be more hygienic, I mean that's just, it should be normal to just tell your person, babe, this is how I feel, you see. Yeah, so to me it's important. It's not even quite, it's important to have that talk. It's really,
and even to go to stuff like gyna, you go to with your partner. It's not stupid, that it's not ati wenda tu peke yako, hiyo ni mambo ya female. No, go with your partner.
It's usually really comforting if your partner, if you know that your girlfriend, for example, is having issues. Please ask them how they're doing. You just want to come and take konji sex, guys. So you just want to come and have konji, and it's just like that.
And you don't care about what happened.
You have to, in their life, maybe they're going through something. Care to check, ask the babe, what did the guy now say? When is your next appointment?
Yeah.
Because people are passing through a lot. Some people already know they can't have children, and they don't know. They even haven't told their partner.
Yeah.
You see, so try to find out how they are, because it fucks people up. Yeah. So guys, that's just it for me.
Yeah, I think that's a good conversation to have, and also just make it a mission to always talk with your partner. Because what's the point of having a partner then if you can't even tell them what you're feeling? And what's the point? Me, I usually say, because sex and intimacy, you can always get it without having a partner.
Yeah.
So if unaona haina haja, you never communicate with this person, he's never up for discussion, then what's the point? Might as well have someone else who you're not in a relationship with.
Exactly. So whether it's your partner or it's your friends with benefit or whatever the situation you call it, or it's a situationship, however you call it, just
have someone who is open for
talk about
communication.
Talk about it. Take tests. Nimeripitiwa mara mingi, but please take tests. Be careful.
If someone is not aligning with what you want and attacking your communication about you cut them off.
Just cut them off. That is not someone who is, especially
because communication takes two people. Come and it's over.
Because, for example, if that person has hurt you and you're trying to tell them, by the way, this time maybe they had their own vision in their mind, and unfortunately they were hurting you, and they can't listen to that. That's wrong. It's already an ex. It's already an ex. And don't let someone brush you off because of your needs. You have a right to to air them out, but also be realistic on some things. If someone is not comfortable doing what you want them to do, yeah, you can always opt out, or you can decide to take one step at a time.
Yeah.
Try it. If it feels good, try it.
Because
I don't know.
if they opt out because you
Bro,
can get it somewhere else.
it just doesn't happen. It's real life. You have to actually learn something. You see. So yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
Yeah. Okay, I think we have covered everything. And be safe out here, guys. Just make sure you're safe. And give in to the pressures.
No.
Yeah, just be yourself and do what is right for you. Yep. So, is there anything you want to add?
No. Yeah, you mko too safe. Already mshajua penye kunaenda Nairobi na Kenya. So it's bad, guys. So be safe. Whatever you're doing, be safe. Take tests. That is my only call. Just test.
Yeah.
You can do it every week. The better. Because I'm learning now. So guys.
Yeah.
Just be careful. Yeah.
Okay, guys, it has been a nice episode, and we're hoping to have more topics about sex, like the sex health, with like a professional.
Yeah, we need to have that,
and even the different aspects of sex. With same genders, with everything. Because side kuna LGBTQ. Like it's like everywhere in this, Kenya, it has become now a thing. You go to Instagram, there's a lot of conversations about it, and people don't like talking about it because
it's something that is happening. You have to just face it.
So we can have different conversations about it. Yeah.
Anyway, it's been a good one. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. It's been something out of our comfort zone, actually. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of feedback that we are sometimes too comfortable. This, I think, I have been the most uncomfortable.
Like, not even you
I'm just nimesema kila kitu bluntly, but it's true. You see. Okay, so guys, have a good one and see you next time. Okay, bye. See you.
Adios.
Young Force Podcast.